All right, 36, another rational equation. Now, for this one, you may want to make sure that you are taking a little bit more of a precaution because there's an x square at the very top. Now, the bottom part, you will factor the denominator to x plus 3, x minus 3. The top is just 2x squared. And the reason why I said you want to use a little bit of a caution because it's an x squared, so that means x being positive or negative doesn't really change the sign. So you may want to pay attention on that one. We know the asymptotes already. We know that x is equal to -3 and x is equal to +3. And we will go ahead and create those two vertical asymptotes. Okay. Right, these are two asymptotes. We will have a horizontal asymptotes because the powers are the same for both numerator and the denominator, which means that the x squared and x squared, they would cancel each other out. So you just look at the leading coefficient, which is 2/1. So the horizontal asymptote is just y equals 2. All right, and then now let's look at the intercepts. We will have an x and y intercept at 0, 0, because when x is 0, we have 0 over -9. So the x and y intercept will be 0, 0. All right. Do we have? Yeah, I think that's the only intercept that we will have. Now, this is the part where you have to be very careful, which is the sign. Now, because of the fact that you don't have any other, x-intercepts, we can use it as a hint and say, well, for both ends of the graph, it should be like this. It has to be like this. Because if you draw from the bottom part, it will have to cut across the x-axis, which will give you additional x-intercepts, but we don't have any additional x-intercepts. So that means it has to be above 2. It has to be the portion above. Now, what about the middle part? The middle part, it's going to be like this. Well, how do you know it's going to be like this? Can it be the one above? Well, you can actually pick some x values and try it out yourself. And what you can see here is that if you put a -1, for example, if you have -1 as x, you will have 2 in the numerator, and you have 1 minus 9, which is -8, and you have -1/4. We don't really care about whether it's 1/4 or whatever value. We just care about whether it's positive or negative. And if you do it the same thing with the number 1, you would see the same thing. And this is where the square, the influence of the square, that's where it comes into play. Because of the square right there, it doesn't really allow a sign change. So it stays as negative on both sides of the on either side of the y-axis. Okay, so no slant asymptote. There's not any hole right here. So that's a sketch of the graph.